Are you ready to turn your successful business into the next great franchise brand? Hi, I'm Todd Abraham, franchise consultant with Franchise Marketing Systems, the #1 franchise consulting company in America and Canada. If you've ever thought about franchising your business, now's the time to explore the possibilities. And my consulting services are completely free to any entrepreneur looking to create a franchise from their proven business model. At Franchise Marketing Systems, we handle everything: your franchise disclosure document, federal trademark filing, franchise information website, business plan, and so much more. And the best part, we make it affordable, breaking project fees into 6 to 8 easy monthly installments. So before you take your business nationwide, get the expert guidance you deserve with no pressure and no upfront cost. Call Todd Abraham today at 423-381-0925 for your free consultation. That's 423-381-0925. Todd Abraham with Franchise Marketing Systems, your one-stop shop for everything franchising. Good afternoon and welcome to the show today. My name is Todd Abraham. I am the founder of FranchiseRadio.net, and I am also a franchisor with Franchise Marketing Systems. Today, I want to talk to you about a very exciting topic to me and for you if you are looking to turn your business, your passion, your vision from a standard business into a franchise. And I'm going to tell you from the standpoint of my own experience after hiring Franchise Marketing Systems to create a franchise out of Heartbeat Christian News. So the topic of today's podcast is why choose Franchise Marketing Systems to create a franchise out of your business. And there's so many just wonderful reasons why that I'm excited to share with you today. When I first began to look at options for franchising my business, I had absolutely zero experience in the industry. I had never before considered even franchising any business. And so when I began to look at options to franchise my business, it was a jungle out there. I mean, you have Google to start, right? And I didn't know anybody that had created a franchise out of their business, so I literally was blind going into it. So for several years there, the only option that I could find was a franchise attorney. Now, let me preface what I'm about to say with this. Franchise attorneys are awesome. They do great work. I'm not super experienced with all the different facets of things that they do, but they're very necessary. So what I'm about to say is not intended to be negative about them at all. I'm just telling you from my experience from someone who didn't have a lot of money to start with, had the necessity really to franchise my business, and that was the only option I could find. Now, a franchise attorney, based on my research, is anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000 to create what is called your franchise disclosure document. Going forward, because that's such a long word, we're going to call it the FDD for short. So, and franchise attorneys don't offer payment plans. And again, not speaking negatively of them, I'm only saying that they are, that's just that option you have if you want to go that route. So like I said, I went for several years and could not find an alternative. I tried to raise the money to pay a franchise attorney to do my FDD, but it never worked out. So the Lord led me through a good friend of mine named Greg Moore, who is a master franchise consultant, and the Franchise Maven is his trademark, to Franchise Marketing Systems. And my very first conversation by phone with Chris Connor, who is the founder and president of Franchise Marketing Systems, was a very, very good conversation. He's very positive. He's very hardworking, very hands-on. And he's passionate about his clients that he brings in to his fold in order to create a franchise out of their business. Now, here's the exciting part. Franchise marketing systems does everything for you. And I mean everything, even things that you probably wouldn't even think about as somebody new to the franchise world, not knowing what you needed really other than the FDD. Because if you hire a franchise attorney to do your FDD, and again, not speaking negatively of them, and they get it done, it's going to be professional, it's going to be right. But then what do you do? How do you start from that point once you have this document in your hands? Franchise marketing systems takes the anxiety out of all of that because they literally do everything for you. They create your FDD, your franchise disclosure document. Okay. They also create a marketing plan for you, a business projection plan that's 5 years out. They create an operations manual for you, which I was super excited about. I never even would have thought I needed an operations manual. And when I say they create an operations manual, it is very detailed, very professional. It's just really, really awesome. Okay. They create your LLC so that you have a new legal business, which is a franchise. It's an evolution of your business model, but it's also a separate business entity. So everything is separated legally and properly as it should be. They also create an 8-page sales brochure for you, which is both digital and you can have it printed. And let me tell you, this sales brochure is off the hook good. And all this I've witnessed firsthand, which is really exciting. Okay. They also create your trademark. I mean, I never dreamed I would have my own trademark, but they also create a trademark for you. And once they get everything done, they also create your franchise information website so that once they get everything ready to go and promote your franchise, you have your own professional franchise information page for anyone who is considering buying a franchise with you. And again, I hate to sound redundant, but it's very, very good. And, on the upside too, if you're a type A personality like I am and you really like to control every detail, and there's nothing wrong with that, they will work with you to help make sure that it's perfect based on your standards and not theirs, even though their standards are very good, but they're malleable. They will work with you in different areas to facilitate and your desires, and also again so that you feel like it's definitely a team oriented process. Now, let me just tell you too that franchise marketing systems, it consists of a team of over 30 employees, between employees and consultants that they work with, and they work very, very well together, very fluid. They're very timely in their production process of getting everything done for you. They communicate well. So you will always know where the process is and where you stand and what they need from you. And if you have any questions at all, and I mean any question, I don't care how dumb you think the question might sound, they will answer your question as though it were the smartest, most informed question that was ever asked to them, without making you feel like you've been belittled. They are just that good. All right. And again, I'm telling you, this is all my experience that I witnessed firsthand as they created a franchise out of my business. I had even requested that they do it in a different order than they normally do, because I needed the legal part of the franchise, the FTD, done first. And then I said, we can pick up with everything else after the fact. And they did it for me. So now you've got your FDD, you've got your marketing plan, you've got your LLC, you've got your operations manual, you have your franchise information page, you have your 8-page sales brochure, you have your trademark filing, because that takes typically after they file it, which is immediately, that typically takes, I think, about a year before it actually finally gets legally approved and registered with the federal government. That's on the federal government, not FMS. So you have all those things in place. Now you're legally a franchise. What do you do? And this, to me, was one of the most exciting parts about hiring franchise marketing systems to create a franchise out of my business. They help you sell your franchises. They have a team of, I think it's over 20 seasoned franchise consultants who have a wealth of experience in the industry, excellent salespeople to help you sell your franchise. They help you to market your franchise. Literally this company, Chris and his team, they literally have thought of everything. And that's why they call it your one-stop shop for everything franchising. And they're very positive. It's wonderful to work with a company that's not only wholesome, but they're also positive. And Chris is always accessible. He has never once in the whole process of working with them, and I've heard this testimony from other clients, never once has he ever not been available. Like if he's busy, he'll get to you as quick as he can, but he will get to you. And he will talk with you and answer your questions. And just, again, a phenomenal company to work with. Now, here's the most exciting part. Like I said, we're going back to the money part now. So franchise attorneys, $35,000 to $50,000. That will do your franchise disclosure document. Franchise marketing systems, $39,500. But this is the most exciting part. They will break their fee up for you into 6 to 8 monthly installments. And I told Chris what a brilliant idea, because I tried to get a franchise attorney to work with me on a payment plan. They just don't do it. So when I talked to Chris about it, he said, well, first and foremost, he said, I don't want to take all of their money and leave them nothing to operate with while we're creating a franchise out of their business. And another thing is, he said, that we are as vested in them as they are in us. So we want them to know that we're working together with them as a team. Once we get everything done, we're going to begin to help them sell their franchises. Now, this is another exciting part. Franchise marketing systems won't just take your money just because, let's say you had $39,500 in your bank account, you just want to write them a check. They're not just going to take your check. They're going to analyze your business. That first consultation is free. And they're going to let you know if you are ready to franchise. And if you're not, they're going to let you know what you need to do in order to get to that point where you are ready to franchise. My point behind all that is they're an honest company. They're not just check collectors. They are truly vested in the success of your franchise once everything gets done and they begin to sell it. One of the things that Franchise Marketing Systems does is they send their representatives just to about every franchise show in this country, and I believe in Canada as well, to help promote the clients that they have created franchises out of their business. They are accessible, by phone, by email, and again, just a complete professional company. I'd say between the combination of Chris and his team, as far as their experience goes, Chris by himself has about 24 years experience in the franchise business. Alan George, the vice president of the company, has about 40 years in the franchise business, but all combined, probably well over 100 years of experience in the franchise industry. And again, to reiterate, they are honest, they're positive, they're very humble, and their desire, their passion really is the best way to describe it, is to create a franchise out of your business that will pass every legal test and then to help you sell it and become successful. One more thing that I forgot to mention that they also do for you, as if what I mentioned wasn't enough, is they help you file your FDD in all 50 states as you need to file it. There's about 27 states in the country where once you create your franchise, you can begin to sell your franchise without any further filing fees or what have you. You still have to file your FDD with them, but again, FMS does that for you. But also the states where there are separate filing fees, what have you, they also help you with that too. So Franchise Marketing Systems, the company has been in existence since, I think, 2009. Chris started the company out of a need. And like he told me, he said, I never saw myself owning my own business, but because he was in a situation where he had to have something, and he said, I couldn't fail. and the Lord blessed him, and now he's got an amazing company that does absolutely awesome work. So if you want a company who is 1,000% committed to creating a franchise out of your business, doing it in the most affordable way possible for you, and in every professional way, in a timely, professional manner, with a fluid team system in place, who will answer all of your questions, who will, again, literally help you do every facet of creating a franchise out of your business, you want to talk to Franchise Marketing Systems. If you are someone listening to this podcast who's been investigating the right way to go about franchising your business and you would like a free consultation, you can call me. My name is Todd Abraham. I'm a franchise consultant with FMS. And again, that first consultation is free. And if you have a question I can't answer, I'll get Chris on the line with us and we'll get the question answered for you. My number is 423-381-0925. I'm on Eastern Standard Time in Southeast Tennessee. And again, Franchise Marketing Systems, their website is fmsfranchise.com, fmsfranchise.com. And again, if you, have been investigating creating a franchise out of your business, and you want the best company in America or Canada to do it for you, give me a call. Todd Abraham, 423-381-0925, Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. And I appreciate your time. And for all of those of you who do come on board as clients of FMS, we look forward to working with you, and we truly appreciate your business.
Are you ready to turn your successful business into the next great franchise brand? Hi, I'm Todd Abraham, franchise consultant with Franchise Marketing Systems, the #1 franchise consulting company in America and Canada. If you've ever thought about franchising your business, now's the time to explore the possibilities. And my consulting services are completely free to any entrepreneur looking to create a franchise from their proven business model. At Franchise Marketing Systems, we handle everything: your franchise disclosure document, federal trademark filing, franchise information website, business plan, and so much more. And the best part, we make it affordable, breaking project fees into 6 to 8 easy monthly installments. So before you take your business nationwide, get the expert guidance you deserve with no pressure and no upfront cost. Call Todd Abraham today at 423-381-0925 for your free consultation. That's 423-381-0925. Todd Abraham with Franchise Marketing Systems, your one-stop shop for everything franchising.